Hi everybody, hope you've all had a great Wednesday and are doing well and enjoying your day. I just got back from doing a few errands and walking my Chihuahua Chico, so that was really nice, and it's really lovely and warm here today, so that's also great. And I actually really love having to put the layers on and the scarves and stuff. So yeah, I spent a really nice morning and just got back home, and currently Miss Emma is on my bed. She's just taking a little nap, if I can show her to you. Right there. So while she is napping, I thought that I would make this about me Q&A type video that I've been mentioning over the last little while, just to kind of introduce myself to any new subscribers and update that video, because when I made it last time, number one, it was dark and late, so but mostly it was my first video, so I was really nervous. So I think the camera's probably really shaky and it's just not the best quality, so I thought I would update that one and just tell you all a little bit about myself and about how I got into the hobby and things like that. But before I get started, I wanted to say that if I don't cover a subject or there's something you want to know, please either comment it below, or if you feel more comfortable, you can also email any questions to me. I will put my email address in this video, and any of you can email me anytime if there's something you want to know or any way I can help. So yeah, I don't really have a plan for this video. I just thought I would talk, so I apologize in advance if it's a little rambling or really long. If you're not in the mood for a long video right now, I would maybe suggest watching this later, or whatever suits you best. I don't know how long this is going to be. I just thought I would just go with it and chat with you all for a while. So hope you enjoy, and yeah. The first thing I want to say is that my name is Amanda, and I live in Canada. I have my mom, my dad, my aunt, 2 sets of grandparents, and my sister Christine, who's channel I've mentioned before on previous videos. She actually has a channel about her latest pregnancy, and so she's vlogging about that. If any of you want to go check her out, her channel name is Mummy Vlog 7, and I will also link that in this video because she makes some pretty amazing and awesome videos. So if that's something you're interested in, or you just want to watch something a little different, she makes some great videos and she's a lot of fun. So go give her a subscribe and see what she's been up to. So I have a 4-year-old niece, and then my second niece is going to be born in December. So really excited and looking forward to that. It's going to be a really great Christmas and just super special this year because our family will have grown again. So yeah, and I should mention that biologically Christine and I are actually cousins. Our moms are sisters, and they each only had one daughter, so we were raised really close and spent much of our childhood living together and just spending a lot of time together. So there's actually only 3 months of an age difference between us, and I'm 27. So yeah, actually I often think that it's the best of both worlds because she is my sister. That's how I think about her and how she thinks about me. But we never really had any of the sibling rivalry because we each kind of had our own space if we needed it and our own home to go to if we did get in a fight, which I think the longest I've ever had an issue with Christine is about a day or less, because even when we were fighting, we just didn't like being mad at each other. So we weren't mad at each other that often, and it was just great to have that playmate and that older. She hates it when I do this because there is such a small gap between us, but yes, she is older. Sister, so yeah, she made my childhood, and I think I made her childhood very special, and we've just had a really close bond from the get-go. So she is definitely one of the most important people in my life, and can't imagine not having her. So yeah, that's my Christine and I's story, and it's funny because even growing up, people always asked us if we are twins, and often our moms would be asked if either one of us was their daughter, because I look very much like my aunt, and so we carry a huge family resemblance, which always kind of confused people. But yeah, I couldn't imagine a better sister, or for that matter, a better family. My family is quite large, but and very close-knit. I am part French-Canadian, which I'm very proud of, although my French skills aren't really where I want them. But yeah, I have a really involved family, and we love to do things together. So I was really happy when Christine started her YouTube channel. Yeah, and as I said, I'm really excited that I'm going to be an auntie again, so really looking forward to that. So that's a little bit about my family, and yeah, they're pretty amazing and special. The next thing I kind of wanted to touch on is my disability. I am in a power wheelchair, which most of you probably have seen already because of the way I have to film videos, or the way I hold Emma or Suri sometimes to make videos. It's not as common as you're usually used to seeing, I'm sure. I have been in the chair my whole life. I was born 3 months premature, weighing just 2 pounds 12 ounces and 13 inches long. And I was later diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And so I've never walked. I got my first power chair at the age of 2. My mom still shakes her head about that one, wondering why they would give a 2-year-old motorized vehicle, given that the first 3 weeks I had it, I pretty much did circles around our kitchen and tried to push the dining room table through the wall. So I have technically been driving the longest of anyone around me, and I have gotten better over the years. I run over many less toes than I used to, and yeah. But I also was born an amputee. I'm missing part of my right arm, and so again, a lot of you probably noticed that before because of the way I have to hold my babies and do things, but I thought I would mention it because it does make my videos a little more unique sometimes, or full of mishaps. Yeah, so that's me. And also, when I'm sitting here talking to all of you, you probably notice in things I do that I tend to push a lot, and my head tends to move, as well as my voice is different. That's all part of the CP and the cerebral palsy. And it does affect every part of me and affects my voice and my movements, particularly when I get nervous and things like that, or excited or happy. Basically, emotion shows through my entire body, so you pretty much can always know what I'm thinking. And I don't know, maybe that's why I don't show myself in the camera all that often, just because, yeah. But I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about that so that you're not wondering or about that. But if you do have any other questions about that, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm perfectly happy to answer anything. So, yeah. Now for the fun stuff. I discovered Rewards and this community in 2011. I was actually on the internet with my aunt, and I stumbled across Ashton Drake Galleries with her, and we were both fascinated. And then after she went home, I did a bit more research and found out that different artists made these babies and how beautiful they were. And I was really happy that day because I have always loved playing with dolls and baby things, and particularly baby dolls, since I was a kid. Basically since the age of 2. That's really all I wanted to play with, and what I really enjoyed. I would join my sister Christine when she played with her Barbies and stuff, but my heart really wasn't in it. I've always been a doll lover, and I actually played with the store-bought dolls and things till I was about 13. Then, with peer pressure from school and all of that, I had to, I decided to not play with them as much, and I got involved in other things, which I also enjoyed, but at the back of my mind, and really in my heart, I still loved dolls, and I love babies and kids, so yeah, I've always had that mothering instinct, I guess, and that maternal drive, so anything little kid or baby related always piqued my interest. And I actually got to do a family studies class in high school in grade 9 and take home one of those baby think it over dolls that is programmed to respond like a real newborn and wake up and cry to be fed and cry to have its diaper changed and those things. And I think I was the only student that actually cried when I had to give it back. As embarrassing as that is to admit, I got so attached to this thing that I was really, really sad to bring it back to school when my turn was over. And thank goodness none of my friends or the teacher never found that out, but yeah, I was quite distraught to have to give this baby back, because you got to name them, and I just loved the whole caring for this baby idea and all of that. So yeah, so in a way, even though I sort of moved on and, you know, other things happened in life, I have always treasured a place for babies and kids and dolls and that kind of thing. So on that day when I discovered reborns and more realistic dolls, and that, you know, adults were collecting them, and it was a whole community and a whole hobby, I was really excited and overjoyed that one, it wasn't just me. I thought that I was pretty different for a lot of reasons, but particularly for that, for a lot of years. And it was just such a relief to know that there was a lot of people that still enjoyed them and were involved in the hobby. So my aunt actually bought me my first reborn. She was the Ashton, well, she wasn't really a reborn, I guess. She was the Ashton Drake breathing Maggie doll, and she actually got, my aunt actually got her for me for my birthday, and I loved her, absolutely loved her, and loved playing with her, and that's probably really when I got started into watching the YouTube videos and finding out more about reborns and the hobby, and watching a few YouTube channels and that kind of thing. But back then I was really, really nervous to do videos, so I just enjoyed watching them. I actually still have that Ashton Drake. She has been put away for a couple of years now, I guess. But actually my plan is to, and Christine, if you're watching this, please don't let Carmen see this, part of it anyways. But I plan to give that doll, who I named Lily, to my niece for Christmas, and because she absolutely loves my babies. She thinks that they are the best thing ever, and she has the same maternal instincts that I did as a kid, and she just loves to come over and play babies with me. That's her favorite thing to do when she comes to visit her aunt. So we kind of share that connection, and because she's going to have a little sister this Christmas, I thought that it was the perfect year to give Lily to her. So if any of you are interested in watching a box packing video with that baby, I'd love to do that, and show you what the box packing is going to look like. I plan to make it really special for her and do it like a real box opening, just so she feels really special this Christmas and has a really special gift from her auntie, because I always said that I would never apart from my first reborn because the fact that my aunt bought her for me meant so much and was so special. And so my plan was always to give that baby to my children or my sister's children. So I'm going to be doing that for Carmen for Christmas. And so if any of you are interested in seeing her or how I plan to package that for my niece, I'd love to show you because I'm actually so excited about this and I've actually been planning it for a while. So yeah, so Lily was my first reborn, or Ashton Drake, and as I said, I only had her for I think about 3 years, I guess. Well, 2 at least. And then I went through a time where I didn't really play with her or interact with her much anymore. And that's when I decided to put her into storage and do that. I actually left the hobby for a while. But in 2014, I was surfing the internet on eBay once again, and I came across the beautiful Beyonce's, also for Ashton Drake, and she is a partial silicone. She has silicone limbs and a cloth body. And that is Suri, who you all have seen. She really got me back into the hobby, and I just fell in love with the innocence of her face and just love this baby because she really appealed to me, and I just fell in love. So I actually bought her for my birthday, and so she came home on the 18th of July 2014, and yeah, that's when I got involved in the hobby. Other than watching videos, I'd been doing that even though I didn't interact with Lily as much anymore. I was still watching videos, but Suri definitely got me back into the swing of the hobby, and I love her very much. She is a beautiful baby, and I think the reason she appealed to me most is because I've always wanted to adopt. That's always been a goal and a dream of mine. I don't know if it's ever going to happen or anything, because I'm not married and stuff, but if I ever do find Mr. Right and the universe aligns for us and financially we are able to, I've always wanted to adopt a child, and I always kind of dreamed about going and adopting out of country. And I know that sounds maybe horrible, but trying to adopt in Canada when you're a person with a disability or special needs is extraordinarily difficult. I've looked into it, and it's a very grueling process. So most special needs parents do end up adopting out of country. So that's just always been something I've wanted to do if I ever get the chance to. And like I said, if all the pieces fall into place. So for those reasons, this particular baby really appealed to me, and I fell in love with her, and I just had to have her. I knew that she needed to come home and be with me, so I got her, and I absolutely love her. And when I had Suri when I first got Suri is when I first seriously considered making YouTube videos. And so one day I created a little reborn princess, and I threw cautions to the winds, and I made my first video, and it's just been amazing ever since then. All of you are so fantastic, and I could have never imagined it feeling this great and this freeing to make videos for all of you, and to be open and honest about a hobby that I do love very much. And it's just been an overwhelmingly positive experience for me. Actually, this morning I looked, and it said I have 98 subscribers, which is overwhelmingly amazing. I was so shocked, I can't believe it. You guys are just amazing and wonderful, and it's just been so much fun. I'm from a small town, so there isn't really a lot of different hobby-based communities, so there isn't really anywhere to share my hobby, or I don't have any friends that are into the hobby and into reborns and silicones. So finding YouTube and sharing my girls with all of you has been a big blessing and just really fun. And it's amazing how used to making videos and talking to all of you, but really talking to yourself when making the video, you can get how used to that you can get, and how fun it actually is. So thank you so much for the encouragement that you've all given me and the support. I really appreciate it. It's just been wonderful. So that's how I kind of started making videos, and I've never looked back. And then in getting more involved with the community and seeing all the beautiful babies and beautiful sculpts, and having Suri, my partial silicone, I really always wanted a full body silicone baby. I'd been watching videos of a lot of you that have them, and and they are really expensive, and I thought I would have to wait like 5 or 10 years before getting one, but I was lucky enough to hit upon the right auction on eBay once again, So I brought home my full body silicone Emma from Hong Kong. She is not by a particular artist. She is made, I assume, from a group of them in Hong Kong, and she is hand painted and hand poured and all of it, but I didn't get any details on her type of silicone or anything like that, but I decided to take a chance because it was a really extraordinary deal, and so I did. And she came home on July 13th of this year, actually a day after my birthday, so that worked out great. And I was really nervous about doing this because even though she was a really good deal, she was still a big investment, and it could have backfired on me, but it didn't. And she was exactly what I wanted, and I love her so much, and I'm so glad I took that chance. But it was a bit scary to do that box opening because I really didn't know what to expect, but I guess it proves that you need to take risks and just go with what you feel when you can and if you can in life. So I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad everything worked out. And she is actually an extraordinarily well-made baby. She is the perfect size for me. So it's been great. And I'm sure you all can tell by the number of videos I make with her that I am in love with her and will be for a long time. So, I should probably mention that Suri is 18.5 inches long, so she is newborn size, and Emma is 16 inches long, making her preemie sized. So and those are the two babies I currently have. I only have the two, and between Suri and Emma, to be honest, they are my dream babies. I can't ever see giving either of them up. I love them both dearly for different reasons. I am so fortunate to have them, and that the stars aligned for me twice to bring them home and to have them. And that first day with my aunt on the computer, the stars aligned for me 3 times as far as this hobby is concerned. So I've been extremely blessed, and I'm not gonna say that I'm never going to get another baby or have another baby, but definitely for right now, I'm more than content. And I think that's what you need to look for in your hobbies, whatever they are. It's just the babies or the collectibles or whatever you want to call them that work for you and that make you happy and fill you with joy, because really for me that's what this hobby is about. It's about getting to cuddle my girls and dress them and hold them and have that mothering instinct come out and be able to make these videos for all of you. So for me, that's what's most important and what I enjoy most. And so I am completely content with my 2 girls, and I always remind myself that being in this hobby, having 2 current babies, is a big blessing and something that's a true luxury, because there's so many people that can have that. So I am grateful, and I'm just grateful to be part of this community and part of something that brings me so much joy and is so much fun, and that I've gotten to meet so many amazing people through. So yeah. And if you have any other questions about my dolls that I currently have or the my girls, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd be happy to answer any of them. I know that Suri's thing through Ashton Drake is done. I had to obtain her through a second-hand seller, and there was only, I believe, 500 of that doll ever made. And as far as Emma is concerned, I believe her, the people that sell her are still making that baby or similar, and still very active on eBay. So if any of you are really interested, I can find that seller for you, and I'd be happy to do so. They were fantastic, and it turned out to be a really great experience. So if any of you have been wanting a full body silicone and felt like you couldn't obtain that for budget reasons, I'd be happy to share that information with you. Yeah, they were really, really nice, and like I said, a very positive experience for me. So yeah, just let me know and I'd be happy to answer anything. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for as far as the 2 current babies I have. I adore them very much, and yeah, so the couple other things I wanted to mention in this video, I'm sorry if it's so scattered and kind of all over the place, is that my other hobbies up until now have included school. I graduated in 2006 from high school. That feels like forever ago. And I graduated this year from college with a certificate in business administration. I've done some teaching. I love to read and write. I actually wrote and published a book of poetry, which I'm really proud of. That feels like forever ago. Probably about 6 or 7 years ago now. But yeah, so I love writing. I love poetry. I love to read. I love to shop. as I'm sure many of you can relate to, particularly in the baby section. But I also love purses and handbags and pretty much any accessory. So yeah, like any woman, I think I just enjoy shopping, but I do a lot of thrift store shopping and that kind of thing because I am on a tighter budget. Having just graduated from college, I'm still looking for steady work, and I really hope to end up in a career that either lets me teach, which I love to do, or be in some sort of advocacy field for persons with disabilities and special needs. So yeah, that's my game plan, and I'm just crossing my fingers that everything will again line up and that's where I can end up. But what that looks like, I don't know for right now, but I'm just really enjoying the journey and just taking it day by day and getting there. So yeah. Anyways, I think if any of you have made it to the end of this video, yay for you. I'm sorry that it was so long of a video and so scattered, but as comfortable as I am in front of a classroom or doing public speaking, I still get nervous a little bit when having to talk about myself, so that's probably why this video is a little more scattered than usual. And but yeah, I really enjoyed making this video for all of you, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. And now you know a little bit more about me and how I feel and about this hobby and amazing community. So I should probably end this video by saying I have a lot of plans for this channel, and I'm hoping to be able to make many of them come true. And if there are any other videos that you would like to see or like me to attempt to do for all of you, I would love to hear suggestions and the kinds of things you would love to see. I actually want to thank the subscriber that gave me the idea to do this video, and a couple of others. So thank you to you and for taking the time to write down those suggestions. They're really helpful. And for anyone that, again, has suggestions or something they'd love to see or want to see me do, or types of videos that you enjoy, please comment those below. And if you want to know more about anything that I mentioned today, please comment again below, or you can email me at littlerebornprincess@gmail.com, and I will link that to this video. And other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I just want to say thank you for just being yourselves and being so welcoming and so open and just so supportive. It really is refreshing and amazing when sometimes we all live in a world where we can't really be who we truly are. Sometimes it's really nice to find those groups of people that allow you to do that. So, and you all are definitely that for me. So, thank you very, very much. And yeah, I will see you soon. And take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please click that subscribe button if you want to and haven't already. Alright, everyone. Take care. Bye.